Okay, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you have a comment you would like to send to me, you can text that at 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, or chief@FetcherNews.com. You can follow us on Twitter at FetcherNews, at FYNTV, and, Eclipse, August 21st. Now, they have closed school. I can't even list all the schools. There's so many that they've closed in North Georgia. They're issuing these glasses. Yes, these are my Eclipse glasses, dual purpose, also dumbass, trying to spot dumbass glasses. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go into that in a minute. So, Eclipse America, August 21st, 2017. There's nothing more to be said, okay? On August 21st, the sun does not shine. And then we can all go around singing the song, "The sun will come out tomorrow." All right, anyhow. On the serious side, if you're concerned about looking at the solar eclipse without having the proper glasses recommended by optometrists everywhere, I guess, right? 4 out of 5 optometrists surveyed said, I don't know, these are my words, folks. You can walk into the Chamber of Commerce there in Fannin County Chamber of Commerce, and you can give them $1, and they have these here. You can get your solar eclipse glasses at the Chamber of Commerce. Okay, so let's get a couple things. Let's do Blue Ridge, and I'm going to do Blue Ridge for a reason. This is a segment on its own, and we'll come back to national because it is time for election. Now, I want to be clear before I start this. This is my opinion, okay? So if any city council members out there trying to split some of my words so you can sue me, this is my opinion, because I know some of you, or at least one, has sent me a note to that reference before. But if you think I'm concerned about being sued on about my comments, you have me confused with someone who cares. So don't get me confused with that person. That being said, all right, the reason I say this is my opinion because this is a local news story. This is very factual. I have a lot of facts, but it is my opinion. You might have another side. There's the truth, and then there's whatever you say. All right, anyhow. So yesterday, Blue Ridge City Council had a meeting, a special called meeting. Let me explain something very briefly. Don't take this wrong. Sometimes people don't like something explained to them. But you set meeting dates and you set meeting times and meeting locations for authorities like your water authority, your county, your city, all over the state of Georgia. You set that every year. At the beginning of the year, you're supposed to set the day and the time and the location. All right? Now, you could change that as long as it's done through the proper channels. You could change the time, the date, and the location as long as you do it properly with enough notice to the public that you're going to do that. The reason being is because of transparency, so the citizens know on a certain day at a certain time at a certain location throughout the month that they can go there and hear, if they choose, the issues of the day that involve their city, their county, their water authority, their whatever. Transparency, their tax money, how it's spent. Recently, every time you turn your computer on, there's a notice for a special called meeting in the city of Blue Ridge. Special called meeting. So, now, that being said, I won't go in too much detail on that. But one must understand that it's a special called meeting. And special called meetings are for urgent issues. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say your city or your county or whatever municipality is involved in a lawsuit and you get a call from the other party's attorney and says, hey, we're ready to settle this. But we need to do it within the next 48 hours. That can happen. So you call a special call meeting, go to executive session, decide if you want to settle a lawsuit. If you have an emergency like a water main break and you have to do a water project, emergency water project, you have to decide to call in a certain group to handle, that's a special called meeting, okay? Real estate, you can have an urgency. Other than that, the items need to be placed on your regular meeting, okay? Now, one thing special call meetings can be used for to mask, okay, and not let the citizens see in true transparency things that they want to pass, but they don't want a lot of backlash. They want to move it through quietly. That's why if you go to the Attorney General of the state of Georgia, you will see there's caution from the Attorney General of the state of Georgia on special called meetings being used just for no other reason than to hide things from citizens. Those are my words. That doesn't mean that's what they intended to do, but they're not supposed to be misused, special called meetings. Okay. So the point I'm getting at to first, the special called meetings in Blue Ridge are over and above being misused to the citizens. Yesterday, they had a meeting yesterday, and I'm going to pull up the agenda here. And this is an August 1st meeting, special called. Okay? So let's stay with this. We're going to get into the train, but I've about had it with these people. I've about had it with them. I mean, they are, and I'm sorry, there's so many people up there that it's just, to me, a bunch of whatever. Not gonna cheapen the story right now. So August 1st, they had a council parking ordinance amendment. Okay? So they want to move the parking. You have your 2-hour parking. Okay? Let's just call it like it is. Okay? Now, these are my words because you're going to hear the court and you're going to hear the court ruled this and the court ruled that and this person lied and that person lied, and I don't care. Outside, look, I have the video. Okay? Now, the court, I'm not the judge, but I can tell you right now, Councilwoman Angie Arp, and maybe some of the people that she is surrounded by, they dislike Ada Street LLC. Period. Don't care. If the Ada Street LLC people are watching, I could care less if you like what I said. If Angie Arp, if you're watching, and some of your friends, I could care less if you like what I said. You have a group of business people that bought a piece of property. This is about how simple as it is. They bought a piece of property, they wanted to rezone it and put some nice units. Hey, it's 38. Do you have apartments being built in Blue Ridge, the city now? Yes. Do you have 3-story buildings being built with apartments and stores underneath? Yes. Do you have zoning exceptions that you've made for others? Yes. So these people get together, okay? Let's just call all of this out. Let's just get it out. They get together, they buy this piece of property. It's a nice piece of property. It's right next to Oakland Square, okay? Right next to Oakland Square. And every time I go in Blue Jeans Pizza to get a slice of pizza, my wife has to tell me that they roller skate in that building when she was a kid. That's the old roller skating rink. So, all right, right? So anyhow, they want to build nice units. Blue Ridge, nice units. Guess what? There's a group that does not want them to build nice units. Now, the reality, let's just put it all out here on the street, okay? Now, Blue Ridge has fine dining. Maybe you don't want fine dining. Maybe you don't. But there has been a group that has brought fine dining to Blue Ridge. Maybe it's a little above your raising and mine if you understand that. You're from the country, okay? But they have. Now, Steve Oyer, let's call it right out, the owner of the Black Sheep, has really worked hard and invested a whole lot of money in this restaurant, the Black Sheep, which just recently sold. Okay? And he established one of the best fine dining facilities or restaurants in the state. Now, I'm not leaving any of the others out. Yeah, Christie Lee's, which is now something else. And yeah, you have several downtown, so I'm not leaving anybody out. But this person really worked hard and invested a lot of money into the city to elevate fine dining and bring people into the city. Well, you go to the election, the last election, Angie Arp claims that he did not support her. He did not support her in the election. He's got a car. He parks it around town. Old car that says the Black Sheep. So they had an election squabble, whether you like it or not. Not going down the road, not taking the time to find out who's right or wrong. So you have a certain group, they don't like Steve. I'm calling it out today. I don't care if you like it or not. They don't like the guy. All right? I don't know why. I have no idea. I met him for the first time when he walked in for a zoning hearing. I didn't know who he was. He stood up in the front. I seen the zoning hearing for 8th Street LLC. I didn't know who these people were. I'd never met these people. All of a sudden, this guy stands up. Oh, okay. So you're Steve. There you go. They don't like the guy. End of story, right? Period. So this group doesn't like. So they knocked down the zoning over there on 8th Street and Davis Street. Knocked down the zoning. So this has been very contentious. There was a court case over it, period. We could go into that all day. I want to get to the meat of this story. So Councilwoman Angie Arp went around. This is my opinion. Damn it, I'll just say it. So she goes around. He parks his little car, his old car. It says Black Sheep. So he parks it here on Monday. He goes back on Tuesday. There's yellow paint. It says no parking. He parks it over here next week. Boom, bada boom, yellow paint, no parking. So it just seems like just a coincidence that all of a sudden these parking spots all over Blue Ridge start vanishing. Just saying, it might be a coincidence. So here these parking spots are evaporating left and right. Okay, boom. So they do East Main Street, and they repave that down through there. It looks so nice, the Main Street down there, sidewalks, everything. But it seems like when they go down the strike for the new parking spaces, looks like left and right. Now, could be a coincidence. I'm going to look at the camera. Maybe it's not. But it seems like if Miss Arp, Councilwoman Arp, might have a little friction with the owner of that store for some reason, or maybe one of Councilwoman Arp's friends might have a friction with that store for some reason, all of a sudden the parking spaces in front of the store disappears. Just say it. What do? They call them loading zones. Well, has anybody visited a loading zone anywhere in the United States? Anybody? Seen a loading zone? Like it says no parking between this hour and this hour, loading zone, or don't park here, loading zone for this period of time. Anybody seen that anywhere in the United States, in any city in the United States? Not Blue Ridge. They just boom, 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 marked us, used it as loading zone areas. Really? Why didn't they just put hours? So then the business owners can say, hey, our delivery trucks are used to it. I'm going to get past this, but delivery companies are used to business owners getting deliveries and saying, hey, our city has loading zone hours between X and X. They're used to that. They're used to that. I used to run trucks, so I knew that I went to certain places and I had to have my trucks unloaded before 7 a.m. We'd leave at 4:35 in the morning. We had to be out of there by 7 a.m. because you were not allowed big truck deliveries during the middle of the day on certain streets. Not Blue Ridge, just took care of the parking. Gone. So, where am I going with this? I don't want to stay on parking too far. So they have a major parking problem downtown, and all of a sudden, after 3 years, there's a rush to figure something out. Now, let's go back to the special called meeting. August 1st, they had a special called meeting at 11 a.m., which happened to be yesterday. What was so urgent for this 11 o'clock meeting? That business owners, citizens that may be at work, People that are out of town on vacation, people getting ready for the eclipse, whatever, could not attend in the middle of the day. So what was so urgent? Parking ordinance amendment, first reading. Now, I'm going to tell you what that is in just a minute, but why did they have the first reading? Now, when you do an ordinance, okay, and you have a first reading, you have to have two for it to go in effect. So why would they do a first reading? I'm going to tell you something. If parking ordinance amendment first reading, there should never be in a special called meeting an ordinance amendment first reading and a special call. There's no reason whatsoever to have an ordinance, first reading of any ordinance that is not in a regular meeting. And that is something the citizens know, that an ordinance is getting ready to change in their city, that something's getting ready to happen, and it is listed, and the ordinance is there for you to read. You should have the ordinance to read. They're supposed to read the first paragraph of the ordinance, at least the summary, and the citizens are supposed to hear it before they vote in public. Well, this was in public, but special call. Should have never happened. Because I'm going to tell you something, on August 8th, if parking ordinance amendment first reading would be on the August 8th at 6 p.m. like the normal time, you would not have been able to get another chair in that room. But no, this went through. Now, I'm not going to say, but usually on the meetings they have the name of the council member. They have the name of the council member that put it on the agenda. So I'm not going to say who put it on the agenda, but there it is. Approval of paving bids, city streets. What paving bids? I go to these meetings all the time that are urgent. They're an emergency. We must vote right now to pave this road. We can't wait till August 8th. My God, it's August 1st, and if we wait till August 8th to approve the paving bids for the city of Blue Ridge, well, the world, what could happen? Okay, that was the second thing. Okay. Pack property lease and parking. Okay. So they're Todd and Lisa Pack, great people. I want to say, look right here. These are great people, great citizens, lifelong, great people. They have a piece of property. Hey, city's talking to them about leasing. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. Okay, I about had it with these dumbasses, all right? About had it with it. Like we can't see through we can't filter through the BS. I can filter right through. I am so tired. Give me the dumbass. Just pick any dumbass picture and put it up. Anyone will do. So this is, you know, their warning. Beware, because what we're telling you right now, I'm filtering through it, and I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of what you're putting the citizens through, and I'm tired of where you're playing games with the citizens' tax money. Period. Take that down. I can't look at that any longer. So, the Pack property lease and parking. Okay? What's so big about that? They're talking about leasing this property. We'll talk about that in the next segment. I guess I'm going to have to let this keep going. They're talking about leasing that property, okay, and making a parking lot there, 300 spaces we'll call it, and they're talking about leasing. What was the urgency to do that on August 1st? They couldn't wait till the 8th. Storm drains. I don't want to laugh at the need for storm drains, but I want to laugh at this right here, because I'm going to tell you something. This is on video. This engineering, this was discussed like week 1, 2, or 3 of all of their administration back 4 years ago. Oh no, it's election year. Now people are tired of getting flooded. Okay, business owners are tired of years. I've got video of a certain gentleman, and I got his name here in a minute. I'm going to put his name out because it's on the agenda to speak at the 8th. This guy has gone for years. He says, hey, my business down the street, I think it's his wife's business. So every time it rains, the city has to come down with an auger and aug out, the sewer. Not big enough for it to roll downhill. So this could not wait till the 8th. and city parks. So I'm going to break down all of these. I tell you what, I'm going to break down all of these as soon as we come back. But here's what we're going to get into today. I'm going to stay with this because, like I said, I'm wearing my favorite shirt. I can tell just by doing the story. So I'm going to stay in this. But what if, because I'm going to go the distance. Going the distance. I'm just rolling the dice. Odds are when I'm done today, well then, let's see, what was yesterday then? Because I don't think anybody's going to like me when I'm done today. But then when this is over today, who will like me? But then who liked me yesterday? What the hell do I care? Because what if the train leaves? 80,000 visitors a year. 80,000 a year. What if the train jumps the tracks and the choo-choo is gone? What if? What would that do to the economy? I think I'll do the train right after and then break. It's hard to do it. Was there blackmail and extortion? You either come up with the money or else. Could that have happened? I don't know. Stay with me. Stay with me. We're going to take this the distance because nothing angers me anymore than the citizens that are out there working hard, paying their taxes, raising their kids, putting them through school, has to put up with garbage like the Blue Ridge City Council and what you're doing every day. It's just ridiculous what you do. Absolutely ridiculous. And what do I tell you all the time? If you're always looking for what side I'm on, it's the citizen side. And I don't want to go to another meeting and hear one council member talk about how they have done so much and how one has lost this much money and wasted this much money. Let me tell you, here's the problem, okay? They have money. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, here's the problem. They have money. So, they're not looking for paying their rent. They're not working their asses off today to see if they can pay their rent. They're not looking if they can find enough money to make a car payment. They're not looking if they can buy their insurance. They're not looking to see if they can come down and give the city their $22 or $32 for a sewer and water bill. They're not looking for that money this morning. They're doing okay. So when the council wants to, crap away $30,000 here or crap away $30,000 here, who's hurt? Why, it's not me, because I'm not hurting today financially. I about had it. I probably should stop, take my break, and come back. But what if this train stops running? Do you care? What does it matter? Take a break, Sam.
The 17% savings are real at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. 17% off MSRP on every 2017 Chevy Silverado LT Crew Cab and Double Cab. Save up to $7,500. Get this loaded Silverado Crew Cab for only $36,500. Or save up to $4,600 on the new 2017 Chevy Equinox with leather. Now just $23,500 at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where the 17% savings are real. Days Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Okay, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. So we're at the Blue Ridge City Council meeting yesterday, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this, okay? And where is my quota? Sam, put up my quota, the one that says quota on there on the picture, okay? I have a picture that says, I think it says quota. So, can you not find the one that says quota? Okay. All right. So whenever Sam finds that picture, I want her to put it up. So I'm at the Blue Ridge City Council meeting yesterday, and we have, let's break down parking ordinance. Now let me talk about the train, and let me tell you a story. So you know, let me back up. The 8th, August 8th, there is a Blue Ridge City Council meeting. Everything yesterday could have waited till the 8th. So now let me go with this. Hey, Sam, do me a favor. I know you had to do something, but could you find the picture that says quota? There's one that says quota. All right? It has a first, there's two words. There's one, and then it says quota. All right. This is what I felt like in the Blue Ridge City Council meeting yesterday. I felt like over in the corner raising my hand and say, I hate to interrupt you, but I've already reached my quota of dumbass for the day. I'm serious. I'm serious. I felt like over in the corner. I don't think I was alone. If anybody has the nerve to text me and say, I felt the same way at one point. Like, I'm over there in the corner and I wanted to say, excuse me, I hate to interrupt you, but, you know, we've been here for 30 minutes. I've reached my quota of dumbass for the day. All right? So take that off. Let me explain what I mean. Why did they hold a special meeting yesterday? I'm going to get to the point. This has got a lot of fact in it. Why? Because Rhonda Thomas, Councilwoman Rhonda Thomas, took her phone on Ada Street and did a 4-minute video that absolutely freaked Angie Arp out. She went down Davis Street next to Ada Street LLC, because we know they don't like them, right? Because all they wanted to do was spend, what, $3 million or whatever? All they wanted to do was bring 38 or 32 luxury units to town. Because I know the example of Christy Lee's fine dining, and I know the example of Steve Oyer. We're calling it out today. I don't care. We know the fine dining and the $1 million or whatever was spent down there at the Black Sheep is absolutely beautiful. We know that they were going to build 38 slum units. Really? 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 So anyhow, so Rhonda Thomas goes down Davis Street with her phone, and she does a 4-minute, Councilwoman Rhonda Thomas does a 4-minute video of the drainage problem, how bad the drainage is. Now, what nobody talks about is on one side of the tracks, here's an interesting thing. You remember years ago when you say, well, whatever side of the tracks you live on one side of the tracks, it does not flood. On the other side of the tracks, it floods so bad, the drainage is so bad that cars stall out because the water's in there. They can't get the cars. They stall out in the flood. Anyhow, so she does a 4-minute video, and she calls out Councilman Bruce Pack. This guy hasn't had an independent thought in 4 years. Bruce, I don't dislike you. You might be an okay guy, but how about pushing through an independent thought of your own? How about not going to a meeting and letting Councilwoman Arp say, Bruce and I. Really? I'm looking for the damn leash. Stop it, Bruce. Man up. Quit letting everything have an independent thought. Cuss me out. I will feel good. See me somewhere, just cuss me out. Say something. Tell me you don't like me. But have your own independent thought. And quit letting one council member go around telling her, basically, my opinion. God knows they got their attorneys. Their whole team is watching this morning trying to find something. But I don't care anymore. I don't care. Don't get me confused with somebody that cares what a single one of them think. Okay? Because here we go, going around and everybody's saying, Bruce, I'm just going to be straight. I'm going to look at the camera. Everybody's saying, Bruce does what Angie says. There you go. I said it. Nobody else has the nerves. I don't care. Bruce, stop it. Have an independent thought. Okay, where was I at? Okay, so anyhow, getting back to Rhonda Thomas does this thing. Now, I really do like Rodney Kendall. I like Councilman Kendall. I do. I like Councilman Kendall. So, but she calls out Councilman Rodney Kendall, and she calls out Councilman Bruce Pack, and she calls out Councilwoman Angie Arp. Calls them out on this video. It infuriates her. Infuriates her. So what does she do? She says, I'm here, and she plays the video. I got the video. She plays it. She says, well, I want to address this because basically it's made me mad. And she plays the video, and what happens? Her and Councilwoman Thomas, Councilwoman Arp, get in a major fight. Right there. We got the video. Everything you're looking at me and saying, how can you say this? How can you say that? Because I have the video. I have in 4 years, fetchyournews.com, we probably in 4 years are only missing 2 council videos. I have all of them. Take it outside, fighting. Steve Warrior stood up and, had what he had to say. I got it all. I got it all. Everything I'm saying, it's on film. All right, anyhow. So, the train, the 2-hour and 3-hour parking. Now, what happens if the train leaves? 80,000 visitors a year. What happens? They have no parking. No parking. So the train is being pushed, the train company. Now let me say something. I tell you, we're going the distance today. Patriot Rail. People, you need to look up Patriot Rail. They don't need Blue Ridge, damn it. They don't. You need to look up their parent company. They are publicly traded. This is a mega, hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe $1 billion operation. They don't need to have this damn train to cart people's asses down to McCaysville and back. They don't need it. It's part of the deal. They want the run. They want the commercial run from Blue Ridge down to Atlanta all the way to Florida. They want the stuff out of these quarries. You're not paying attention. That's why Patriot Rail's up here. Now, Wiles Pierce is a very good, community-minded citizen, period. He's a great guy. I've met him a couple times. He comes up here, he opens this damn train up, and he runs it to McKaysville in the middle of nowhere, seriously. At this time, McKaysville's got nothing down there. You can't even buy rock candy. Well, hell, you can, because they have a crack problem and a meth problem. So the only thing you can get in McKaysville is rock candy, right? So he takes a loss for 4 years and runs this train up and down. But everybody from Atlanta's bringing the little kids up on the weekend, getting a cabin, buying stuff at the stores, getting on the train, riding down and back, shopping at the stores. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, and there you go, Blue Ridge. Now let me give you a fact. I am so damn angry this morning at the dumbasses up here that are squandering away just something awesome. There's a fact. Fannin County, Georgia. Okay, Fannin County, Georgia. Fastest county. I say fact, some people argue it. There'll probably be some different data that says something else. Fastest county in the state to recover from the last economic collapse. Fastest county, okay, to recover. You have a group of people that when this financial collapse hit in 2009 and 10, that they made that a destination for tens of thousands. 80,000 a year. Because guess what? People were broke, but they could ride up to Blue Ridge, put the kids on the train, half decent price, and have a family outing. Fastest county in the state to come back. And their nucleus is Blue Ridge. All right? So this guy, he has this train. For 4 years, I'm told he lost money with it. That's what I'm told. Sources say that the business lost money, but he stuck with it. And the next thing you know, you've got 80,000. Well, he sells the rail line, and you need to just know the truth, folks. He doesn't sell it because Patriot Rail says, oh, we have this great little scenic thing where everybody jumps on and goes down to McKaysville and back. No, that was part of the deal. See, Patriot Rail does not need that. They could leave tomorrow. Those are my words. They've not told me that. But they could leave tomorrow. They could turn the lights off that friggin' train just like that and go home. Because what they need is they need from here to Florida to go through these quarries to move. You better pay attention what they're really up here doing. But you know what? They're keeping the train. I don't know anything. So let's go a little further, because we're not going to stop. We're just going to tell it all. So McKaysville, right? For years, McKaysville has been trying to get the sale of alcohol for restaurants and so forth, right? And I personally do not drink, so I don't care if a restaurant ever serves alcohol, but hey, they do. So McKaysville finally gets, okay, Fannin County is poised economically like you would not believe geographically in the state. This little area has great economic future like almost no county in the state. Okay, but you got a couple dumbasses. Okay, so McKaysville finally gets to the point where they can sell alcohol in restaurants. So I understand investors are down there buying up properties and buildings left and right, getting ready to remodel them. McKaysville is not going to be this sleepy little town. Now, you can keep it as a sleepy little town with no place for people to get a job and no place at Copper Hill for people to get a job and become one of these, whether you like it or not, continue to be a sleepy little corrupt, opioid addicted, pain pills, methamphetamine, crack town. Sorry. I love the area, but you can have a little dead area down there forever if you want. But no. So the train runs from Blue Ridge to McKaysville. So what if Blue Ridge, the train decides to go to McKaysville? Well, you say, well, they won't drive there to go to the train. I don't know, maybe they won't. What if they go and set up in McKaysville? And what if the city of McKaysville offers them parking? And what if they figure something out in McKaysville to make that the train destination? And they just come to Blue Ridge and stop for a minute and go back. What if? Right? So the train brings 80,000 a year. This is what I did yesterday. I left that meeting. I went to another meeting and heard some information concerning the train. I wanted to get some information on the train. Okay, some people, Then I go downtown Blue Ridge. I'm really giving this away. I shouldn't do this. I go downtown Blue Ridge, and I start walking down through there, and I go in several of the shops. Now, there's a lot of the shop owners that don't know who I am, believe it or not. And I walk in there, and I say hello, and I ask just a couple parking questions to not your usual suspects, but shop owners that I never see. Just walk in randomly in shops, okay? And I never see these people, and I ask questions. So I go in this one shop yesterday, and the owners worked in a cash register, Small Business USA, and they've got some furniture, cabin-style furniture, a little store there. And there was a couple there and two grown kids. And the lady at the counter asked the owner, said, "We're looking at retiring in Blue Ridge. What is the health care in this area like?" So I'm going to take another brief break. I'm going to come back. We're going to stay on Blue Ridge. You're going to want to hear the entire story here because I'm far from done. Is there blackmail? Is there extortion? What happens if the train leaves? What's next? Stay with me. I'm going to tell you that story in there because it's going to mean a lot. All right? Take us a break, Sam.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
So this lady says to the shop owner, "What's your health care like here?" And the shop owner made a couple comments, and I said, "Hey, I'm not eavesdropping, but I don't care to discuss the health care in North Georgia, especially in the Fannin County area. And we got to talking, and they're from Peachtree City, and they're professionals. The wife, she's a doctor, and herself, and we got talking about Life Flight and Fannin County Hospital, and we got to talking about the different professionals that had moved to the area, and where Fannin County, actually in this rural county, is growing immensely. One big reason is because people that are retiring there want health care. And again, we have Life Flight, and we have a lot of great doctors have moved into the area, and they're practicing there, and specialists come up and practice there. So we have a lot of reason why people retire there. Now, with the people that are retiring there, let's put this ball of wax together. The people that are retiring in Fannin County that are demanding good health care, guess who else is the health care is available for? The people that are from there, born and raised. Anybody from any economic level in the county. The elderly. You take the elderly that's born and raised there, and their whole lives, their health care options are much better than they would have been. Okay? So health care for all economic levels is raised. That alone. So I asked these people, I said, well, are you visiting, Blue Ridge? Have you ever been here before? And this is what I was told. And actually, I have the counter person for a quote. We visited Blue Ridge years ago, when the kids were young, to ride the train. Okay? So you got to connect these dots. To ride the train. The kids they're now in college. We're from Peachtree City, and we're looking to retire, and we think we want to come here. But we've been coming for years. But we first came to the city, take the kids to ride the train. Guess where they were at yesterday? They were not riding the train. They rode the train years ago. Okay? They were in a business downtown. They were in the shops downtown. They were returning to Blue Ridge multiple times. But they first came to Blue Ridge to ride the train. Now, I don't have enough time to go into the whole economic flow of the whole entire economic flow of riding the train and spending tax money and what it does for the city. So let's get to the parking. They passed an ordinance yesterday that was basically, my words, blackmail to the train. Find your own parking, period. We're not providing you parking any longer. Now, let me touch that. If, this is my opinion, if the Patriot Rail and the Blue Ridge Scenic Railroad was approached in the proper way in sharing cost or helping with cost or helping with a solution, I think they would help. But it doesn't come across quite that way. It's almost, my words, like some council members do not want the train there at all. It's the impression. So let's put it like this. There's a few businesses downtown, in the downtown area, that have their own parking lot. Some do. But a great portion of the businesses downtown, the parking that their customers use is the public sidewalk or public parking. That's what they use. The Blue Ridge Scenic Railroad sees themselves as no different than any other downtown business. So if you have a store on East Main Street, you may not think it's fair, and there's 3 spaces in front of you. That's not your parking lot, but your customers take advantage of those spaces that are provided by the city. Same goes for the train. They consider themselves a city business, and they think a certain amount of the parking the city should, that's my opinion, should have available. My opinion, city parking. All right? Now, so the Pack property, I'm probably going to have to get close to wrapping this up. Todd and Lisa Pack. If you go down by the old, co-op, All right, go down the road there. On the right is, you would remember it as the Flavor-Rich milk trucks, but it's now Borden. On the left-hand side is the old baseball field, which is the Blue Ridge City Park baseball, the old city baseball field or whatever, which now belongs to Lease Pack. And it's a kudzu field, and they said that they would lease it to the city if the city wanted to lease the property. And if they wanted to lease the property, and if they wanted to lease the property and make a parking lot out of it. Okay? Interesting. I will push this like I've never pushed anything since I opened FetcherNews.com. I'm not opposed to the PACs. They're great people. I'm not opposed to any property owners around there. I don't know them. I'm not opposed to the city finding 300 parking spaces so people can visit. But I'm opposed to that property turning into a parking lot that will benefit Councilwoman Angie Arp. I will not. You cannot. Their charter says it. You cannot financially benefit. Now, everybody in the area that's from there, you know it's cement or cement, whichever you want, factory, right? Guess what? PAC's property here, the old cement factory property here. They're all joined together, right? Guess who owns the old cement factory? Councilwoman Angie Arp. Now, she could get access to that property over the railroad tracks to Ada Street. It's kind of landlocked. But getting a right-of-way over railroad tracks doesn't seem to make that she's making friends with the railroad people. Getting access over the railroad tracks is very tough for her property. So it's kind of landlocked, okay? But if you pull in across from the Borden, where there is a road there, a little road there, there's a gate. And the other side of that gate is Councilwoman Arp's property. So you have the PAC property, you have Councilwoman Arp's property. Guess what? The city go in and spend thousands of dollars of your taxpayer money, thousands of your taxpayer money, clean the lot up, lease it, okay? Make a parking lot out of it, open that right-of-way. Who has access now to the highway? From her property. There you go. Councilwoman Angie Arp now has access. So how would you like to make 300 parking spaces, okay, that you attract a customer base to your property that is almost as short a walk as you parking and going in Walmart? Now think about it. So here she has a piece of property that the very minute they run gravel in there for parking, her value goes up. You say whatever you want, the value goes up. So she's going to profit from something the city. Now she's doing all the negotiating. She can't do it. I'm telling you right now, you cannot use that property for parking, period. Because Councilwoman Angie Arp has done the negotiating, she's done the talking. She has on her phone from Bo Chance. Now, her and Bo Chance are working together, all right? This is a text message she got from Bo Chance yesterday concerning, this is my understanding, folks, my God, because she said it in the meeting, but I'm pretty sure this came from Bo Chance. Andy just called. Here's the text message. Andy just called. He walked much of the PAC property yesterday and studied the Google Maps. He thinks it might take a week to 10 days to clear. At $1,200 per day with all of his equipment running, it might be $8,000 to $12,000 to do the clearing and the grading. So about $12,000 to invest of your taxpayer money that will increase the value of her property. This would be silt fence, gravel, and maybe some piping for some of the wet area to add, he said it's a huge area. If you look at the satellite view, it's 5 to 6 times the size of the existing lot it connects to which is about what we figured. The existing lot it connects to, I think, is Councilwoman Angie Arp's property. I'm thinking a ballpark budget, dollar signs, to fully complete all of it with gravel would be around $20,000. That's nice. Put in a parking lot, pave paradise, and put in a parking lot that would benefit financially a council member's property. Say that 3 times fast. Would cost about $20,000. It could also be done in phases to control costs and satisfy anticipated usage. Think you would also get another bonus out of the wet and creek buffer, a park-like setting to welcome our visitors and employees as they park away from the center of town. All good. That is the message on that piece of property. So they can turn it into a little park area, and then they can get 300 parking spaces. And then guess what? Miss Arp, Councilwoman Arp, would have her business over there, and it doesn't matter what she builds, she would have 300 parking spaces. Wow. Interesting. That is just interesting. Can't happen. Can't happen. Okay? Cannot. So let's go back, because I don't want to close yet, but I'm staying on this Blue Ridge, so let's go back to the train. The train does not have adequate parking. So the city council has 2-hour parking, okay? 2-hour parking. Now they had a parking ordinance they were going to put in place of 3 hours for all parking spaces. That was supposed to be on hold for 90 days as they tried to work out. Think about this, because I'm going to go to break. That was supposed to be on hold for 90 days, okay, while they were trying to work out alternative parking, because God knows a 3-hour parking limit's not going to work for the train. Squeezing them out? Pony up? Or shut down the choo-choo? I'll be back right after this message.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
El Rey in Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellijay.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
17% savings are real at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. 17% off MSRP on every 2017 Chevy Silverado LT Crew Cab and Double Cab. Save up to $7,500. Get this loaded Silverado Crew Cab for only $36,500, or save up to $4,600 on the new 2017 Chevy Equinox with leather. Now just $23,500 at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where the 17% savings are real.
Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Okay, I'm your host, BKP. We're going to wrap this up. I went a little further. I was supposed to do national, but I just got into, I tell you, I wore the Truth shirt today, so I just got to keep rolling. So what about the choo-choo here at Blue Ridge? Okay, should it roll or not roll? So let's go over this really quick, because I want this on the record, on camera, and for all of the council members that are watching to find a hole in my story, all of your attorneys. That being said, okay, Blue Ridge City Council put in a 2-hour parking places, okay? All right. And then they went through, some of the council members, they went through and X'd out several spots, maybe because they didn't like people. I don't know, just saying. So next, they decided they can't have people. Let's squeeze the train. Okay? Squeeze the train. They got a parking problem. Let's squeeze the train. Okay? Because I'm going to give you two sides of this. Stay with me. So, they put in a 3-hour. Oh, the room explodes. There's so many people there. The train's attorneys there. There's spokespeople. The train's people go and meet with them. Hey, let's find a solution. Whatever, right? A 3-hour. Everything. Now, see, what they know, when I say no, I'm going to go with Councilwoman Angie Arp because I have it on the video. And Bruce, God knows, and Bruce. Bruce, I like you. I really do. I like you. You're not a bad guy. I'd just like to see on video one time you have an independent thought, or I'd like to go through the votes and see where you actually voted against something Councilwoman Arp voted for. Just check it. Just check it. Anyhow, so that being said, they do a 3-hour. Councilwoman Arp, 3-hour. Now, here's what they know. They know that nobody can drive to Blue Ridge, find a parking space, get over to the train, get on the train, get down to McKaysville, buy some rock candy, get back north up to Blue Ridge, and get off the train and get back in their car within 3 hours, right? It's like the SS Minnow, Gilligan's Island. It's a 3-hour tour, right? So they know the 3-hour parking does not work for the train. So are you blackmailing? My words, my words, my words. Nobody else's. Are you blackmailing the train company? I don't know. Maybe. Because here's the reason I'm thinking, are you extorting or blackmailing? Because I have the video of the meeting where you put the 3-hour parking ordinance on hold for 3 months. Okay? 3 months. I had that. It was going to be on hold, the new ordinance for 3 hours, trying to, everybody work together. Now, what was the reason everybody, they were going to put the hold on? Is because there was going to be a deal with the PAC property for that, right? So we're going to do our due diligence. We're going to see if we can get the PAC property, get a good lease for a couple years till we solve something, and then turn out, right? Then turn out that away. So we know the 3-hour hurts our biggest company, I guess, in downtown, which is the train. So we're going to work with you and see if we can get the PAC property. But in the meantime, what are you going to pay? So here's what happens. They got the 3-hour carrot over here. They take it in. They pull it out. They're going to get the PAC property. And then they actually, because I have the video yesterday. I'm not going to say quote, it's on the video. Councilwoman Arp says, well, the train people don't want to pony up. Not her words, mine. They don't want to financially contribute. They don't want to financially help us. They had an option. See, I think you will hear on the video that Councilwoman Arp and I think Bo Chance, I'm not for sure, they had a conversation. I think they had a conversation with some people down at the railroad company in Atlanta, down there where they're at, the big people, and they offered them, made them an offer they couldn't refuse. My words. I got to keep saying that. They made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Like, are you going to pony up some money to put towards the cost of the city's parking? Or do we put the 3-hour in effect? Which one do you want? Because tomorrow I'm having a special call meeting. And tomorrow I'm locking this parking thing right down. You got it? Just saying. Just saying. So they had a special call meeting, and it's on the video, and Councilwoman Arp lets everybody know that, hey, the train company, Patriot Rail, did not, Blue Ridge Scenic Railroad, did not need or did not come up with the money. It said they weren't going to get involved. Okay. Guess what? They had a first reading. The second reading. And it's done. 3-hour parking. 3-hour parking. So what if, and I've got to end this. I got to end this. What if, okay, what if the train stops running, folks? No big deal. What would be the economic impact of 80,000 people not coming? What would be the impact for the downtown business? What would be the impact? Do you realize the financial impact this would have on the city? On McKaysville. Why take this out on McKaysville? Because you're going to have two very nice towns nestled in the North Georgia mountains, Blue Ridge and McKaysville, where the train's going to run between the two. And the economic boom is going to continue in that county like no other place. So what's the impact? I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at, and we're going to do a special series here. We're going to go to the business owners. I want to find business owners that were maybe open in Blue Ridge before the train and are still here, or opened after the train. I want to find business owners that tell me maybe the train has no impact to their business, maybe not, but what they find. And then I'm going to look at all the outlying economic things that are taking place in the city as far as great health care, great services, an enormous amount of taxes brought into the county. I'm going to look at that because I'm wondering what would be the loss if we lose the train. Now, drainage, okay? I'm going to give you a couple of highlights. Drainage. Ben Kessel stormwater. Okay? Ben Kessel stormwater. Sorry, Ben. That's been 4 years. Really? They have known this had to happen, the drain system in this city, 4 years. They've known the parking issue. Okay? So let me wrap this up. 4 years ago, Donna Whitener, let me get this straight. You got it? 4 years ago, Donna Whitener was reelected as mayor. The mayor, just so you know, because everybody thinks the mayor, because you hear the mayor does not have voting power in the city. They only have the power to implement what the council approves. The council is the power in the city, period. Okay? Period. The council is the power in the city. Right? So Mayor Whitener was reelected to mayor. Donna Whitener was reelected to be the mayor of Blue Ridge 4 years ago, or whenever, okay? Rhonda Thomas, Councilwoman Rhonda Thomas, was elected another term, okay? Rodney Kendall, Councilman Kendall, elected to another term, okay? And Harold Herndon elected to another term. So Harold Herndon, Donna Whitener, Rhonda Thomas, and Rodney Kendall are serving second or third terms, or at least second terms. Councilwoman Arp, what changed in the last 4 years? Councilwoman Arp was elected. Councilman Bruce Pack was elected. Now, a lot of times, Councilman Harold Herndon, he's a nice guy, will vote with them a lot of times, but not always. If you go for over the past 3 years, you will not find a unanimous every single vote. You will not find every single vote that came up that Harold Herndon voted with. You won't find that. But here's my challenge. My challenge is to find a single issue in the city, because the council is who has the power, okay? Council has the power. And they need 3. You understand? 3. That's it. So I want you to find one single issue in the city of Blue Ridge. These are facts. You go look them up. Go over there to Kelsey. Kelsey, I want to see this. Find one vote that Councilwoman Arp did not make a motion. Did not make a motion. That there wasn't a second and it did not pass. I'm interested to see it. I want to challenge you today. Go find a motion. Okay? Go find a motion that Councilwoman Arp made that did not get a second, that did not pass. Find it. I challenge you. Because let me tell you what Councilwoman Arp could have done when she got in office. She could have said, you know what? If we don't have infrastructure and we don't find out where the drain and the water and the problems are here in the city, nothing else matters. So my first act is to, approve the drainage of Blue Ridge be completed and done before anything else. She would have got a second and it would have passed. Councilwoman Arp could have went in there her very first month and said, parking Parking, we've been talking about it for 15 years. We have to figure out a parking solution. Now, I think we should allocate money today for a study, and that we should put in the motion that we should decide after the study, we should bound the council to make a decision and solve the parking problem. Can I get a second? Pass. You see, the parking, okay, the drainage, the flooding. I'm not looking at you and saying that it's Councilwoman Arp's fault, because those things were a problem when she got there. But I am looking at you and saying that you need to remember, in the term that she's been elected, she's had 3 votes at all time. So yeah, is Rhonda Thomas a little fiery? Yeah. Does she bite back? Oh yeah. Is she going to speak her piece? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's going to. But guess what? She doesn't have 3 votes. She doesn't have 3 votes. The mayor can't vote, only in a tie. Harold Herndon goes, every once in a while he'll vote with him, every once in a while he don't. But guess what? If you're happy in Blue Ridge and you felt it was okay to spend $60,000 on a frivolous investigation, whether the people live there or not, an investigation that came up empty for $60,000. If you think that because the city won, and we can't go into details on why they won this morning, but if you think because the city won a lawsuit because realistically, you got a Judge Martha Christian, and I'm not taking the judge to task. I mean, I like Judge Martha Christian, and there's some legal things that had to be proved and whatever and so forth that she made judgments. But if you watch every single video, okay? If you watch every single video from FetcherNews.com, it's real simple. I'll end with this. Angie Arp does not like Steve Oyer. Maybe Steve Oyer doesn't like Angie Arp. I don't know. Don't care. All I know is 8th Street LLC was going to put, a $3 million investment? 38 units? Whatever. They had 3 votes. Folks, don't get fooled by the city park. If you only knew what that cost, the overruns. Don't get fooled by the city park, because that's going to be what they keep saying. It's who put the city park in and who paved East Main Street. I'm your host, BKP. I only got 10 minutes. I got to take a break. We're going to come back to that tomorrow. God, I was going to go to Blue Ridge this afternoon. I better stay out. Because I'll tell you another thing. I think if you're going to spend $60,000, let me just go for the whole thing. Why end here? Why go to break without saying it? If you're going to spend $60,000 and waste it of the taxpayers' money, I wish you had investigated that city police department. That's what I wish you'd have done. Went through those books very thoroughly and checked it out. How you like those apples? Take a break.